So in this video, we're diving into simple service businesses that are quietly making serious money while most people are busy chasing complicated online ideas. Hi, my name is Brian, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build real businesses that actually work in the real world. Lately, it feels like everywhere you look online, someone is pitching a new way to make money without doing much work. Passive income, automation, the next big app idea, and don't get me wrong, there are plenty of legitimate ways to make money online, but here's the part most people don't talk about. Today, I'm breaking down 10 simple service businesses that almost no one is talking about right now, and I'll explain what they are, why they work, and why people are willing to pay good money for them. So with that being said, let's get started with the first one. Starting with number one, it's going to be dryer vent cleaning. And this is one of those businesses that sounds super small until you really think about it. Dryer vent cleaning is tied to something people take seriously. Lint buildup is a real fire risk, and it also makes dryers less efficient, increases your energy bills, and shortens the lifespan of your appliances. And most homeowners already know that this is a huge problem that they have and eventually may will run into, but they just don't want to deal with it themselves. That's why this business works. The service itself is really simple, crazy simple if you think about it, but you're not remodeling homes or you're installing complex systems. You're really just cleaning the vents to improve the airflow and to help prevent a problem people don't want to think about. Now, what makes this especially powerful is that it's reoccurring. This isn't a one-time novelty service. Homes, apartments, complexes, and laundromats need this done regularly as part of their regular maintenance. Now, to take some inspiration to get started, there are operators who start with basic equipment and build routes that bring in consistently monthly income. Some dryer vent cleaning businesses grow into six-figure operations simply by focusing on reliability and safety and not necessarily innovation. Again, it's boring preventative work, and that's exactly why it pays. Now, moving into service business number two, which is seasonal mail and personalized letter services. This business is much simpler than it sounds. Seasonal letter services focus on sending personalized mail during specific times of the year, like the holidays, like right now. A well-known example is sending letters from Santa to children. And parents aren't paying for paper or ink. They're paying for an experience and a long-term memory. And one of the most well-known examples I personally know is Santa Mail, and it's a company that sent over 1 million letters and generated millions in lifetime revenue from what is essentially a seasonal side hustle. What makes this powerful is volume, because once the system is set up, each order takes very little time to fulfill. Even though it's seasonal, businesses like this can generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in a short window of time. So it's a great reminder that a business doesn't have to run all year to be highly profitable. Now, moving into the third business is going to be one of my favorites that I like to follow along, but it's weekend coffee and matcha pop-up carts. Now, this is probably one of those businesses that you look at it and it's like, oh, it's just a small business, but it really just adds up very quickly if you think about it. Weekend coffee or matcha pop-up carts usually operate at farmers markets, community events, pop-ups, or outside busy storefronts, and I've even seen weddings. So you're not opening a full cafe, you're showing up with a cart, a menu with just a few items, and serving people who are already there. And I want to say they're probably pretty actively already there. You're selling one thing people already buy every day, think coffee, matcha, or specialty drinks, and there's no convincing involved because if someone's already at the market or at an event, again, they're pretty incentivized to buy something and they're in a buying mood. Great example of this happening in real life is this guy that I found on TikTok. His name is David Che, who started a weekend coffee slash matcha cart while he's still in college. He runs it just on the weekends and has shared that it brings in around $4,000 a month in profit. That's not from opening a cafe, that's just from showing up consistently, keeping costs low, and focusing on quality. So again, it's a perfect example of a service business that doesn't look impressive on paper, but quietly works very well in real life. Now, moving into service business number four, this is going to be professional bridesmaid and event support services. Now, this one sounds strange until you think about it. Weddings are emotional, expensive, and stressful. People will pay a lot of money to reduce their stress during this time because there's just so much going on. So professional bridesmaids provide planning help, emotional support, and day of assistance. Some charge thousands of dollars per event, and most people ignore this idea because it feels kind of awkward. It's like, I don't know, but awkward businesses often have less competition. And in this case, the value is peace of mind. Now, moving into service business number five is going to be called mobile knife sharpening. This is one of those businesses businesses that feels almost too simple, which is why most people overlook it. Knife sharpening is an old school service, but the demand has never gone away. Restaurants need sharp knives to operate efficiently, and home cooks notice immediately when their knives start to not, cut as efficiently, not cut cleanly. What makes this business work is the repeat demand. Knives don't stay sharp forever. Once a restaurant or a household finds someone they trust, they keep coming back on a regular schedule, whether it's monthly, quarterly, or as needed. And you can run this as a mobile service, meaning you go directly to the restaurants, farmers markets, or even to neighborhoods on scheduled days. There's no storefront needed, no inventory beyond your equipment, and very little customer interaction beyond drop off and pickup. Now, service business number 6 is going to be eco-friendly landscaping and animal grazing services. This includes services like using goats to clear land instead of heavy machinery. It sounds kind of funny, and when I first saw this, I was kind of like skeptical a little bit, but it solves real problems because goats can access steep or rocky areas that machines can't. And kind of if you use a machine, you go over, it's uneven. But goats are, a natural, environmentally friendly option. That's why some municipalities, landowners, and companies hire these services. A disclaimer here is that it's kind of a niche service, but niche services often come with strong demand and higher pricing. So do your own due diligence, do some research in your area, and this might be your next lucrative service business. Now, service business number 7 is going to be garage floor epoxy and coating services. Now, garage floor epoxy is a great example of a simple but high profit margin service. The job usually takes 1 to 2 days and can bring in anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s per project. Homeowners like clean, durable garages, especially when selling or upgrading their homes, or they just have a really nice car that they want to just keep it in. So once you learn that this becomes a repeatable service with steady demand, then you will unlock the full potential of this. And there are companies like Garage Kings that built an entire business around nothing but garage floor coatings, expanding across multiple states just by offering a clean, reliable install for homeowners. Now, service business number 8 is going to be solar panel cleaning. And think about it, as more homes and businesses start to use solar panels and make that shift, you're going to need more maintenance. And this is where maintenance becomes more important because dirty panels produce less energy and most people don't want to clean them themselves. So with that creates repeat business. This is especially profitable in areas like desert where there's a bunch of sun and dust. And I've personally done some research, and solar panel demand is definitely growing significantly globally in the US with record installations in 2024. So you can expect probably more people needing this service eventually. Now, service business number 9 is going to be novelty rentals and experience-based services. This includes businesses like renting chickens, goats, or animals for specific purposes. Again, kind of similar to the goat one, kind of ridiculous, but novelty plus convenience creates demand. Some of these businesses generate millions in revenue because people are willing to pay for a unique solution. These services stand out precisely because no one expects them to exist. Now let's talk about service business number 10 on this list, job placement and career support services. Now, helping people get jobs is becoming a service business of its own because especially in this economy with unemployment rates at sky high rates, this is going to be in demand. And these services include resume help, interviewing prep, or even applying to jobs for clients. As job markets become more competitive, like I said, more people are willing to pay for guidance. And this business works because it solves a very real and very stressful problem for most people. Now, before wrapping up this video, I just want to share some final thoughts. None of these businesses are flashy, as you can see, but they solve real problems and they don't rely on trends and often have less competition than online businesses leveraging things like AI. And again, you don't need to start all 10, you just need one that fits your situation and your tolerance for effort. So with that, thank you guys for watching. My name is Brian, and I'll talk to you soon in the next video.